All right, come on in, 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 come on in. Let's talk about it. Come on in, everybody. Happy Sunday to everybody. Look, man, we've had a tremendous weekend this week. And look, let me get these comments straight. Can't post comments to destination. I got to be able to see these comments here. Hey, how's everybody doing, man? Okay, I do see the comments. Hey, what's up, my man? How you doing? So look, man, happy Sunday to everybody, man. This was a tremendous weekend. Look, we got to talk about a couple of things from this weekend, man. USC, once again, they're doing some phenomenal things. You guys see the title. This was a massive weekend. Commitments, move, and momentum continues to move and groove on so many fronts. USC right now, I can't even tell you how much right now. And for you guys that hadn't seen, one of the biggest recruiting analysts made a statement that was incredible. Steve Wolfong, and he talked about USC, how right now USC's momentum is absolutely incredible. Nobody's actually going to be able to stop us. And really, nobody is even in position to really do what USC's doing right now. And really, it's nothing anybody could do about it. And I love what USC, how they position themselves right now in this recruiting, because I'm going to tell you guys what, USC, the way they were very careful, very cautious in the beginning of this NIL era, and it's absolutely paid off, because right now, you guys will have to forgive me, I'm in a different location right now, as you guys see, so it might be a little bit of echo, but I'm getting ready to open this up, by the way, but I just kind of want to do an opening statement, if you will. And so I'm getting ready to open this up to some calls, because we're going to talk about the momentum, the swing. Let me greet everybody real quick. Because I see a lot of people coming in. What's up, my man? How you doing, man? Heck Views. What's the word? Sostenes Nunez. Fight on. What's good with my brother Jay? The Romeo West Coast, aka. Hey man, what's up, big dog? Come on in, man. I'm about to open this line up real quick, man. We're gonna talk about this recruiting. I know you got a lot to say. Hey, fight on. When you see the link in the chat, you get ready to see it. I'm about to open it up. Hey, happy Sunday, family. Happy Sunday, Mr. Perez. Let's see. Janelle B, happy Sunday to you. Fight on. Joseph, what's the word, man? Brandon Arrington is going to be the next. We'll see. He just came off a big visit from at Oregon, so we'll see. Christian, I'm about to open this thing up real quick, family. Jay, Los Angeles is getting crazy insane, bro. hey, I'm gonna tell you something though, bro. Well, I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, I seen, but it's, sometimes the media put stuff out there, and I feel what you're saying, but it's not as bad as what people think. But I'm not gonna get into all that. But hey, Tony, fight on. Musket Ili. We get ready to talk about that. I'm getting ready to talk about that. So look, man, if you guys haven't seen, I'm about to open this up now. This is a picture here, and let me salute Coach Dog. Let me put that picture back up. I got to salute Coach Dog real quick, because I don't know if you guys see it. My picture's a little bit small, but this is kind of a recap, and I'm going to open it up. This is Coach Dog, man. I got to give my flowers. I got to give flowers to Coach Dog. Salute to him, because you see him here with Talanoa Ili. You see him here with Samote. You see him here with Big Pepe. And then you see him there with Big Tom Tom. Listen, what we're seeing right now from, especially as it relates to the Polynesian community, Coach Dog is really helping us reestablish that back. Look, USC has been one of the strongest Polynesian pipelines ever as it relates to that. And you guys know, man, look, Coach Dog, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to be honest. We got the big-time recruiters, of course, Sean Newell, Eric Henderson, all of these guys. But I'm gonna be honest. Coach Dog is like putting a cherry on top as it relates to what he's doing right now with our Polynesian brothers. I'm going to be honest with you about that. That is a big-time development as it relates to those brothers right there. And we're going to talk about this weekend, man. I'm getting text while I'm on here. Got you. I see you, family. Rondell, what's up with you, brother? I see you right there on Instagram. Hey, but look, here we go right here, man. Jet Washington, man. I'm hearing this is Jet Washington, Kobe Bryant's nephew. I'm hearing he had a phenomenal weekend. He came early on, I believe, during the week. And then a lot of people were kind of, I guess, somewhat lost in the sauce because I think they saw him in Eugene over the weekend. And look, man, I think he came early on and did his visit. But look, he looks incredible in that USC uniform, man. And I think with him, man, look, it's straight up go time. We'll see what happens with him. I'm hearing, and I'm just being honest, I'm hearing great things about him as well. I feel like, look, USC is all in the mix. I'm not saying that it's 100% guaranteed, but I'm hearing like USC right now is all the way in the mix for a guy like Jet Washington. So let's see what happens with them. And I think if we get him, man, I told you guys before, as far as guys that are just straight up like real safeties, man, a guy like Jet Washington, he's a guy that is an absolute safety. Now, we got other guys like Brandon Lockhart, Matt Rodrin, of course, Josh Harlan. We got guys like that as well that can play the safety spot that, that are versatile enough to play that spot. But you're talking about a pure safety. I think a guy like Jet Washington, my God, you're talking about standing at 6'4", 210 pounds. That guy's an absolute monster. And if USC can capitalize on that, his big time visit and the commitment from him, USC is going to be in some good shape. But here's the one right here, man. I am absolutely, I don't even know how to even. This is him right here. Let's see if I can blow this up. Let me see. I'm gonna blow this back up. Let's put this back on. Okay, this is Talanoa Ili, man. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Talanoa Ili. First of all, salute to Talanoa Ili and his dad. Talanoa Ili looks incredible in that USC uniform. You guys know linebackers, USC doing pretty decent right now. But we get a guy like Talanoa Ili, that's going to put another cherry on top. Talanoa Ili, 6'3", 215-pound linebacker. And you see him holding up that number 58, man. Let's talk about some of the guys. You got Ray Maluga, man. He wore that number 58. We got big-time linebackers that play. We got Junior Seau. We got multiple guys, Keith Rivers. We got guys that play that middle linebacker position. And you get a guy like this, he's not just a guy that's going to come in and move and groove just to be able to hit. Like, he's able to put his head in the pound and be able to push some people back. But you're talking about a guy that could drop back in coverage, a guy that could do a little bit of everything, match him up with everybody, tight ends, running backs, whatever. He's that type of versatile type of linebacker that can move and groove. And so I'm feeling real good about him. I heard it's looking real good with him. I'm hearing things like maybe on Father's Day. We'll see. It could be before that. You guys hearing it here. If it happens on Father's Day, the commitment, hey, let's go. If it happens sooner, let's go even more. Because, look, we want Talanoa Ili. Look, the Trojan family absolutely loves Talanoa Ili. And look, it's straight up go time as it relates to him. I'm going through a couple of these guys, and I'm opening up the lines right after that. Who else? This is another big-time guy. Booby, big-time Booby, Feaster, the big-time wide receiver out of the state of Texas, DeSoto, Texas. And look, USC, I think we're very much so in the mix with Booby Feaster. He's a versatile wide receiver. And when I watched this film, I honestly saw him do a cut up the middle, and he honestly looked like Trent Mosley to me. He looked like he was moving and grooving on some Trent Mosley type stuff. And both of them kind of maybe similar size. I think Booby is like right around 6 feet, around 190 pounds, somewhere around there. But look, he's a big time wide receiver, 4-star prospect. So look, man, you guys can hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. Jakeem Stewart actually put out a text on Twitter and talked about Booby Feaster. And, well, he didn't just talk about him per se, but he said, I'm one of the best recruiters. That's kind of what he said. And he put that information out there. And we know, look, Booby Feaster, even though he's at DeSoto, Texas right now, he's originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. So he's good friends with a guy like Jakeem Stewart. So with that being said, it really is go time as it relates to that, man. So look, you guys can hit me in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think. One more news and note item I want to get to, and then we're going to open up the lines, man, is this right here. Did anybody know that Mark Bowman could run like a receiver. I saw this workout over the weekend, and he looks absolutely. Let me put that back up. Put it back up. Okay. Mark Bowman is running routes like a wide receiver. It's only a small clip, but if you look at what he's doing right here, oh my God. I mean, did anybody ever even think? And look, this is a guy that's practicing on his craft. He's practicing on what he wants to do. And man, when I'm talking about straight up go time, look, man, we got a guy that could not only run routes like this, he runs route like a wide receiver. Now, do you guys remember how high we were on a guy like Deuce Robinson? Deuce Robinson was a guy that was a phenomenal player. He still is a phenomenal player. Could run routes, do the whole thing. But let's just call it what it is. Mark Bowman he's next level. He's elite. He's 6'5", 230 pounds. This is a different type of guy that's moving and grooving on a different type of level, man. So look, you guys hit the comments. Look, I'm dropping the link in there right now. We're gonna open this up to you guys, man. We're gonna talk about it. Look, it is a phenomenal weekend. Let me remove this stuff from studio so I can have plenty of room for you guys to come in. We're gonna answer these questions. Fight on, everybody. Fight on. The link is in the chat. I gotta remove some of this real quick. You guys can go back and watch some of the guys I talked about because I gotta remove some of this so I can have room for you guys to come on in. Those who would like to come in and make some. Okay, the link is in the chat. I got to remove some of this because I got all kind of stuff going on in here. Let me remove that. Okay, the link is in the chat. You guys want to come on in, call in? Supermax, how are you doing? How's everything going? B. Jenkins, come on in, man. Come on in. We're going to open this thing up. Let me greet some more people. Musket, Ely, Jet, and Arrington. Yeah, I agree. Hopefully we get all those guys. I think Ili is the must get on this list. I think all of the guys. Don't get me wrong, all of the guys. But Ili, from his skill set, the position wise, inside linebacker. I hate to say one guy. I'm agree with you. I don't like to single out one guy. Fight on. Hey, Damon, fight on. Hold on, Christian, I'm bringing you in. All right, Christian, what's the word, man? You the first caller up, man. What's the word?
What's good, my brother? How you doing on this good Sunday?
Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. We doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Like I told you the other day, I was looking forward to the breaking news this weekend, especially knowing we had all the recruits come up there. I was out locked and loaded. Like I told you, I said I can't wait till the breaking news come on out.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I got a bunch of calls stacking up, but I want you to say what you want, and I want you to, if you can, come back in after you make your point, because I don't want to hold some of these people, but I want you to come back because I want to talk to you about a couple things. Is that cool?
All right. Yeah, I'll be on, but
Hey, but yeah. What's your first thing you see, man? And if you guys are in the chat, if you guys are on the call, just give me a second, and I'm gonna get right to you. Man, but what's the first thing you notice about this weekend, man?
Man, I like the little walkway when they come. They come in with you see they put out the red carpet. What they announced them as the next USC Buckets winner. You know what I'm saying? Have the little walk of fame, things like that. To me, that's the must get. I would love, especially me being from San Diego. I know a lot about Mount Miguel and things like that, and Ayrton. But I think the must get is Ely. As far as DBs, I mean the DBs.
I agree with you on that. I agree.
We at DBs already. Like what our DB class is elite already. You know what I'm saying? And it's what I'm saying. It's a lot of DBs. So I would love to have everything, but at this point, it's not a must get. I think Ely at the linebacker position, we're thin there in this class, and I know he went to Hawaii, but he's a Southern Cal kid. We got to get him locked and loaded. That's the must get for me.
Yeah. I tell you what. Hold on. If you can hold tight for a minute. We got a couple that fell off, so I'm gonna go take this one. You want to hold on for a second?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. Big dog, what's the word?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, Jake, man? What's happening, man?
Man, talk to me, bro. Talk to me, man.
Hey man, I love the recruiting weekend, man, especially since we signed Dyer. And from the little tape and little film that you showed, man, that brother's a lockdown corner, man, especially the way he gets into his stance.
You talking about Dyer?
Yeah, Dyer. He knows how to play that cover too, man. He's gonna jam you off the line. He's gonna get at you. He seems like somebody that's gonna be relentless. But we need Talanoa Ili, man, and it will be good to grab Arrington, but if we get Jet Washington, he's like in the mold of Steve Atwater, man, or Lewis Oliver. You know what I'm saying? He's one of these guys. Yeah, he's like, because Atwater and Lewis Oliver were like 6'4", 6'5", like 220 and can run. You know what I mean? So a little bit more weight with Jet Washington, man, with the speed, especially because of the bloodline, Kobe Bryant. Come on, man.
I think that's real talk. And not only that, and I'm gonna take this other call, but real quick before I let you go, he's 6'4", bro, 210 pounds. Like we haven't had a guy like that since probably Taylor Mays.
Mark Carey. Mark Carey.
Well, Taylor Mays after that.
Taylor Mays, but Mark Carey was like the last real perennial power at that position
he was cold. Yeah, he was cold.
Yeah. He was cold, man. But Taylor Mays, not taking nothing away from him. But when you sit back and you look at how long Mark Carey lasted in the league, man, the hits he put on people.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Hey, man, Jet Washington, we need him, bro. And Booby Feaster, I gotta say, Booby Feaster, you said 4-star. He's a 5-star, bro.
We need him. He's a 5-star.
I mean, I be in the statistics. I be looking just like you. He's a 5-star. And you know how they always try to sit there, man, downplay people, especially when USC is looking down. They sit there and make a 4-star, a 5-star, a 4-star in a minute because of that East Coast, West Coast bias stuff. Sports writers always perennially, they can't stand the West Coast and they don't like USC, so they're going to always downplay us, bro.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, look, family, I already appreciate you tapping in, man. I'm going to take some of these calls while they waiting in the queue, but look, hey, don't make it your last time either, man.
You already know what's up, man. I'm going to hit you.
All right, big dog. All right, fight on. My guy, what's the word? Romeo.
Hello? You hear me, Jay?
What's the word? 916, what's up with you?
What's good, Jay? What's going on, man?
Man, talk to me, bro. You got the stats, you got the statistic. Let's go.
Man, it's a bright day for USC, man. Honestly, bro, this is a lot of excitement. I ain't seen USC on this type of time in a long time. It's exciting. I honestly think, bro, we can close with this class. I think everybody is gonna basically lock it in, because everybody's shutting it down. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah. No, I feel you, bro. Like I haven't seen it like this in a long time, man. And one of the things that I think a lot of people got to realize too, we are. You're from Northern California. I'm from Southern California, and we love our California guys. But just like the last commit, man, one thing I don't like guys doing is kind of like look, man, it's a real Georgia connection to USC, just like it's always been a Texas connection with USC, all the way back to getting guys like Emmanuel Moody, running back way back from when he before he transferred to Florida. But he was the number one recruit in the country out of the state of Texas, man. Ronald Johnson was out of the state of Texas. We've had other players, and right now, currently, we got Walter Matthews, we got Garrison Madden, we got Kadarius Redick. You can kind of continue to go on, man. So what's your thoughts on that?
Cam Fountain as well, man.
Yeah.
So it's like people can't say that SC can't go into the down south and get players. They can. You know what I'm saying? Is the whole plan was to lock down SoCal and the whole state first, then go get players from like Georgia and Texas. And you see how they got the guy from Texas, the D lineman Winfield. He's the top D tackle in Texas. So you can't say they can't go down there and take their players as well. So the fact that they're locking down SoCal right now and then they're going nationwide just shows that this staff right now is not playing. It's crazy, man.
Absolutely. I definitely appreciate you, man. It's a surprise, man. I'll be like, man, 916 be lost in the sauce.
Yeah, man. I had to pop it one time, man. Show some love, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Keep doing your thing, man, and keep tapping in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fight on.
All right, fight on, fella. All right, Christian. So my thing, Christian, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So my thing is this. As I stated before, I think a guy like Jed Washington and Talanoa Ili, because we haven't had, and you heard the last guy caller that was on, we haven't had a 6'4" safety in a long time. And I know he was making reference to Mark Carrier, but I'm more so making, Taylor Mays. Yeah, I'm more so making reference to the size, because that size is like, it's really ridiculous, to be honest with you, man. And I saw a picture with Jed Washington. Let me put it. Oh, I deleted it out so I can clear it. But I saw a picture with Jed Washington and his family, and my God, he looks absolutely ridiculous, man, when you look at him and his size. And I think you get a guy like that, man. I mean, and as the guest stated, what do you think as far as just the connection with Kobe Bryant and his cousin and his family and all that?
Man, being Kobe Bryant's nephew, that probably would have been one of my biggest selling points to him, right? Your uncle was the king of Los Angeles. Why not come be great here? You know what I mean? That I would have linked it to that, a whole lot, man. I definitely would love to have Jet. I've been on Jet for about the last 2 years, out there going knowing about him, and hoping that he would come to USC. So I'm hoping we can, we can lock that in. But like my main thing, if you put up a list and say out of three, you can only have one. I think the must get is Ely.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm gonna take a couple more. I wanted to hear your opinion on that. I want to take a couple more calls, man. But and this queue is completely full because I got a couple pictures in the way this thing works. So I see people stacking up, people making duplicates.
I drop out so you can get some more in.
Okay. And if you can, come back, because I probably looks like I might be on for a second here.
I will do.
I appreciate you.
All right, brother.
All right. B, what's the word?
What's up with it, Jay?
Man, let's talk about it, man.
Man, listen, big weekend, man. I feel, a lot of positive vibes coming out of this OB weekend, man. A lot of players showing up, man, and for players to come out and change their perspective on the program means that the program is moving in the right direction, is in the right hands. With Chad, what's his name, Bowen, the new GM.
Yeah.
It just seemed like that one move changed the trajectory of the how we recruit, the philosophy. If you notice, man, a lot of these kids, and I understand that a lot of people are not too keen on making players lock it down, but evidently it's working because you're seeing the dominoes starting to fall. Man, a lot of these kids are starting to lock it down. When they commit, or even after they committed, you see them going there and make the posts on social media about how they locked it down and they're no longer taking visits. So, it's definitely a more positive vibe than it was, this time last season.
Man, you pretty much, like, I could probably count on two hands people that I can really just remember that really started from the day one, and all the things we've been kind of echoing here, whether it's, how the whole NIL thing started, and, when we started at the Boulevard and stayed out, and all of these different things that were continuing to just like evolve, but we never really had a full grasp on how NIL worked. And rightfully so, USC was cautious due to the fact that, the way they hit us, they tried to pull an SMU on us and really tried to put us in the dirt and bury us to never come back alive again.
Right.
And but because of USC, a guy like Chad Bowden really came on the scene, and USC started finding out how everything works. We had a full-blown emergence as one of the. I don't know if you heard. I kind of announced it earlier in the show. Steve Wolf. He had an interview with I think it was JT Paquel, and he said USC right now. He don't know if there's another program right now that can kind of match what USC is doing right now from a NIL perspective, from a perception, from opportunities in the city. What are your thoughts on that? How far we came as it relates to where we came from?
Yeah. So with regards to that, I think before we had an idea was just that we were pulling in opposite directions. You had one platform recruit with the NIL package going one way and another platform going in the opposite direction, and it caused a lot of confusion up under the GM with Chad. Everything seems to be up under one umbrella, and we're going in one direction, his direction, and it seems to be working. Again, had we had our ducks in a row 2-3 years ago, maybe it would have fizzled out, and we wouldn't be on the hot streak that we're on now. You understand what I'm saying? So now that we got a clear direction, especially with them coming back with the court decision that every school can pay players, it's pretty much going to turn the players into employees. But on top of that, the potential earnings in this big media market, I think that stands out. That'll put SC ahead of the pack, even with against the likes of the programs of Ohio State and Miami and your Texas. The opportunities out there in that market are endless. So, I think it bodes well for us, for the good guys. And the only thing they can do right now is hate. We playing within the rules, and because we got burned so bad last time, I understand why they were somewhat apprehensive about going full throttle in on it, especially when we were not on the same page as a program. But now that we're on the same page as a program and that it's legal, the only thing they can sit back and do now is whine about it. But that's too bad. They can't do anything about it. It's legal.
Absolutely, and I think just for those who aren't clear on how everything is working. I kind of did a little video about the revenue share that's getting ready to kick in, and all schools are, the House settlement versus the NCAA, all that stuff kicked in, and the revenue share is going to be revenue share, but you're still going to have an aspect of name, image, and likeness that's going to, look, I think the way, and for USC to partner up with Learfield now, all of this stuff seems to be like everything right now seems to be hitting on at its peak right now for USC. And we're talking about revenue sharing. We're talking about NIL. We're talking about partnering up with the right groups that's going to be able to help USC and the athletes, maximize their deals, get the best possible deals available. Right. And we're going to be able to win. We got the best coaching staff. It wasn't like, we talked about this last year. It wasn't like USC couldn't get the guys. We had Justice Terry. We had Isaiah Gibson. We had all these guys. But, we were basically, let's keep it real. We were outbidded. And so as a result, we lost a lot of these guys. But now we got structure. And I talked about that. Chad Bowden now brought structure and strategy in play. And listen, I saw Chad Bowden yesterday. They had all this red carpet. But I don't know if you saw the red carpet when they were going to dinner. Right. But they had the red carpet going to, I believe it's the Coliseum. I saw Chad Bowden literally jumping up like he was about to go crazy. Did you see that video?
Yeah. I saw that clip earlier today with that. The main thing with this, Jay, is, man, no longer with those programs that's been eating off of Southern Cal, California, but in particular Southern Cal for the longest. Those days are over. And they hate the fact that those days are over because we, like you said, a few seconds ago, there's structure there now. There's structure. They got a solid plan in place. The coaching staff is elite. And they getting players and recruits to buy in immediately. And what's more telling to me is that these players know going into it, hey, look, no longer can we commit and then start taking 4 and 5 visits. No. Once you commit, you lock it in. And, hey, look, don't commit if you don't feel like locking it down. And that's what pretty much what the staff is telling them. And you have to respect it from the coaching staff side. I know a lot of fans didn't like the fact.
What I think a lot. I think a lot of, I got to take this other call though, but here's what a lot of people I think are getting twisted. Listen, the link is in the chat if you guys want to come in. A lot of people are getting mixed up. I'm not even going to say mixed up, but a lot of people are feeling some type of way, saying, oh, why are we listen, we're not even saying that, USC's not even saying that they're going to stop recruiting you. That's number one. Right. They're saying, all they're saying is, look, just go ahead and take your trip, even like with the Rider Lions thing. And here's an aspect, and I brought this up in the video, here's an aspect that a lot of people don't realize, and I'm gonna take this call. But there's an absolute budget that is in place. Like if you got a budget that you're running, if you got employees that you're trying to employ, you got to have a certain amount. If you have $100,000 to work with, and one guy's getting $10 million, but all of a sudden he decommits. Now you want to decide, is that going to go to one player or is it going to go to two players? Listen, nobody, the way everything is structured now, nobody has time to be dealing with like sometime up, sometime sometime down, sometime almost to the ground. We kind of need to know exactly what a player is going to do so we can so we can better manage the roster. That's the reality of it, man.
Yeah, one more thing, Jay, before I close out. I know you got to take some more calls, but
no, you can, you can come back.
I think that was a good thing because what's happening, well, what could happen is you'll see a lot of these players commit, go on another trip, and then come back 2 weeks later and try to, up the deal that's already in place. And then you up the deal, and then they go somewhere, and then 2 weeks later, it's the same thing. And then the other players start seeing it. Yeah, absolutely. Then the other players start seeing it, and then they start taking visit and coming back the same way. So now they did the right thing by, hey, look, if you commit, that's it. You locking it down. If you don't want to lock it down, just don't commit. And it's just that simple. But go ahead, Jay. I'll fall back, man. You take some more.
Hey, and B, before you go, you remember I had Hilton Stubbs. He was in that group that was with Isaiah Gibson. He was with all those guys. I had Hilton Stubbs on this show. Then, and no disrespect to him, salute. I want to see him have a successful career. But then the next week, because Miami, I think, came through in some negotiation, whatever. He was on my show and said how he was dedicated to the show. Then the next week, he decommitted. So that's what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent those type of things so we can better manage the roster. All right, B. Hey, come back if you can.
All right, bet.
All right. Stefan.
USCJ, what's the deal, man?
Man, what's the word, man? How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good about this upcoming season, man. It's a revenge tour. We need that. I'm serious, man. We need all that back. I can't wait till Mitch come to our house.
We need it all back. It is an absolute revenge tour. And guess what? Everybody got pie all in their face right now because they tried to bury us.
Oh, yeah.
They really tried to bury us, man. And listen, it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. And guess what?
Man, exactly.
We popping it right now.
I wonder how, I'm going to be honest, and it's no disrespect to the players that left in the transfer portal, but I wonder how Deuce Robinson and your boy Zach Brandt's going to feel when we in that national championship. I really feel like we got a chance at the Natty. I really do, because if our defense it come back like the way it did, like we played last year, I got a bad echo. I don't know what's going on, but anyway,
I don't hear no echo though. You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but if we can get that offense to do what Caleb Williams did when that year we went 11-1, that's national championship, bro. It's no way around it.
Yeah. I went back. It's crazy because I was watching Texas A&M game yesterday. And I was watching the LSU game. We had Anthony Lucas in that game, and I watched how physical we played. Like we were going back and forth with like Texas A&M. We kind of had where they got out in front real quick. But I looked at the game defensively, and USC was really holding on. And that's when of course we had Anthony Lucas and we had other guys, Devin Tompkins, all these guys moving and grooving. So I'm saying that to say I really feel like if we could start off kind of like we did last year, not have a major drop off, and I think that's going to be the difference. I think like in Michigan game, we went toe to toe with Michigan, but I think that there's not going to be a drop off when our twos come in.
To be honest with you, not to cut you off, but I feel like all the games that we played, we was better than. I think the only team that was really better than us was Notre Dame, and even that we went toe to toe with him. It took it was like 5 minutes left in the game, and they got them 2 interceptions or something like that. But other than that,
it was 3 or 4 minutes. I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So to be honest with you, we could have won another 11-1 season. To be honest with you, but we had a couple of things that didn't go our way. I really hope that we can lock down. I hope we can get that boy Roderick Nice, and I hope we can get Arlington, I think his name, the athlete.
Oh, Arrington.
Arrington. I said, okay, yeah. Hopefully we can get them boys. We can lock them two down. Me personally, I'm like, I wonder around like Ryder Lyons, wouldn't you want to go to school with your brother? I mean, your brother already here. Come on, man. Like, come play with your brother. I mean, I know everybody want to do their own thing or whatever, but it's like, man, you need to bring it on home, man. Come on, play with your bro and get this national championship, even though you're going to take a little hiatus, but yeah.
No doubt. And it's not, I think a lot of people feel like Ryder Lyons is out the mix. I personally don't think he's out of the mix. I think he's still coming. It's a possibility he can still come. I just think that, the policy has to be respected. Like USC doesn't want you to take any other trips, and he knows that he can't be committed if he's going to take some trips. And so I think,
that's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine. It works out best for everybody. If that's the way he wants to roll, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you look at this class right now, why wouldn't you want to, like you said, why wouldn't you want to be a part of this? Of course, he's going to be in the 2027 because he has to take a mission, for Mormon mission. But at the end of the day, why wouldn't you want to be surrounded around this type of talent? I mean, so we'll see what happens, though.
So real quick, though, before I get off here, I know you got to take a couple more calls, but who do you want us to see us lock up? Because I know we got like a couple more spots. So me personally, I would say Ryder Lyons, the guy we were just talking about, the athlete, Arlington, is it? And then who else there was? I'm gonna be honest, I really want the receiver from Modern Day, Western son, but he's so locked in with Ohio, but hopefully we can snatch him up.
Yeah. So you came on a little late, but I had of course we got Booby Feaster. I'm hearing good things about him out of DeSoto, Texas. He's a receiver. It looks like, it may be a go with him. It looks like we may be able to get him. He's a 4-star receiver. And of course, you see this picture. I don't know if you can see it up right now.
Right.
This is Talanoa Ili, man, the linebacker.
Orange Logan. That boy a beast. I've seen him play. He get down.
That dude is a monster. He's all over the field. And, he's originally from Orange Lutheran. He's playing his last year of football in the state of Hawaii. So, but I think he's a possible go. I'm even hearing things like maybe possibly Father's Day. So, he makes that announcement. So we'll see what happens. But, I think it's up and up right now. And then, of course, Jet Washington, Kobe Bryant's nephew, the 6'4".
Okay,
yeah. So
what do you think about the cat that decommitted from Oregon from the went to Sierra Kane? What's his name?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Richard Wesley. I think he went to I think he took a visit there this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I got to double check that. But yeah, that whole situation was lost in the sauce. They had him going in basically underwear in below zero weather out there skinny dip. I mean, it was crazy. I don't even know. That was ridiculous, man.
Right.
Who knows what happens?
I really know. If we don't get anything this year, I want to put Oregon in a place, man. I want y'all to understand y'all beneath us, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I do. But at the end of the day, we the big dogs on the West Coast. Y'all don't never finish it off, even with Chip Kelly and Mauro Cristobal or whatever his name is. Y'all always have a great season, but y'all can't never finish it off. When Pete Carroll was here, you give him a month off to prepare for a BCS game or something like that. Oh, it's a done deal. So y'all want to be where we at. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I need to send a message because y'all feeling yourself because y'all got Phil Knight backing y'all or whatever. At the end of the day, we the big dogs on the West Coast, and we got to let y'all know that y'all can't come in our house and take no more players. We gotta lock the West Coast now, for real. But
look,
I can't stand Oregon.
We've already started out in recruiting. We are absolutely dominated. We put so much separation in them, right? I don't even want to mention their name. I don't think the old school is in the same class as us right now, given the fact that how we moving and grouping. And I think proof is in the pudding. It's one thing to have the money and the resources, but then you got to have the coaching. And for them, players now recognizing that we have the coaches now to support all of everything now. Listen, they can't mess with us. We always knew that Oregon couldn't mess with us. They know they're not even on the same level. No championship.
It's on.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna let you go though, Jay. I know you got to take some more calls though. But for sure, that Oregon game, man, I want to dog walk them dudes, man. I can't stand them dudes. want to put them in their place, and I want them to know that we run this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate it. You saw they had a couple guys anyway that mess around and hit the transfer portal, guys like Roger Pleasant. I love it. I love all our guys at the front. But, you know, I think he ended up committing to UCLA.
Gary Bryant's still over there, huh?
Yeah. He's going to get some run because I think Evan Stewart just got hurt. So I think he's going to get some run. He got some run last year. He was actually, like, starting, I think, at one point.
Bear over there, too. Yeah, it's on this year. Yeah.
And Emmanuel Pregnon. Don't forget about him.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to see. It's like I said, it's a revenge tour this year. It ain't nothing personal. It's just business.
Absolutely. All right, family.
All right. Fight on, USCJ.
Fight on, family. All right, Christian. Christian, you there?
Brother? Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, man. I just had to run through some of them calls, man. But what else you got for us, man? This is look. Oh, let me answer this question real quick. Bobby, what's up, my man? I thought I read that Brandon Erickson is off the board. I haven't heard anything. I know that he took a visit to Eugene, I think this past weekend. But as far as him off the board, I haven't heard that. I don't want to put that out there, but if you heard that, if you could, I think you connected with me on Instagram. Send me the link or the article where you read that. Hey, Emilio, fight on. So, man, what's your thoughts on everything?
Man, I'm feeling good. Just listening to the last conversation. I'm looking forward to the season, man. And when I look at next season, 10-2 is definitely possible. And the formula is, if you look at all our home games are definitely winnable games. Go undefeated at home and go 500 on the road. That'll get you 10-2, right?
Yeah.
Like if you look at all our home games, we're gonna be favored in every game. I don't know if they're gonna favor us in the Michigan game or not, but that game is definitely winnable.
But that game is at home though. I don't see why we wouldn't be favored in that game. Yeah,
they breaking in a new quarterback. I mean, our defense is gonna be able to, shut down their run a lot better this year and have more depth and sustain it. So we definitely can go undefeated. Looking at the schedule, undefeated at home, and then we just need to go 500 on the road. So out of the Notre Dame, Oregon, Nebraska, and Illinois on the road, definitely winnable games. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I even think that the Notre Dame and Oregon game is winnable on the road. But at least if we get 2 of those 4 on the road, that's a 10-2 season.
No doubt about it. So, look, I think next year anything's possible. And I think, I told you I saw footage from spring. And listen, man, I think our defensive line, I think the big difference from last year and this year coming up, there's going to be no drop off, man. We just couldn't. Excuse me. We just didn't have the depth, and I think everybody's going to see that now, man. So yeah, absolutely. But anyway, man, anything else you want to share with us, man, before we roll up out of here? I'm gonna answer some of these. I'm gonna get up off of here. Let me get this going real quick. Anything else you want to share? I'm trying to get
No, sir. Go ahead, man.
All right, man. Well, let me get to this, man. I didn't even see all these questions. I kind of was neglecting it. But Christian, I definitely appreciate you tapping in, man.
All right, bro.
All right, family. All right, I'm gonna get to some of these questions. Hey, thank you, Supermax. Thank you for everything that you do. You've been supporting for a where did that comment go? There you go. You've been supporting for a very long time. And I want to salute you and say thank you so much. So let me get to some of these questions real quick. And I'm gonna get out of here. Where is the linebacker from Hawaii? I like him better. Hey, listen, you're late to the party right now. I showed that here. Look, here we go right here. This Talanoa Ili. At the beginning of the show, he, I showed this picture. This is him and his dad. This is him with the uniform on. And then here's a picture right here with Coach Dog. This is the Polynesian crew right here. Coach Dog, Talanoa Ili. You got Tom. You got Pepe, and then you got Samote. 3 of those guys are committed. And I believe that Talanoa Ili, who's on the end right there, he's going to be the 4th guy, I believe. I believe that with all my heart. That's the linebacker you referring to. He's a big time linebacker, man. 6'3", 215 pounds. And, you know, I was reading that, you know, his frame, he has the type of frame that you could probably put 235, 40 pounds on him, and he's still going to run like, you see that number 58? We got guys historically, man, that at USC, you know, 58, you're talking about guys like Ray Maluga, man. So, look, he had a phenomenal trip. And I'm hearing that it could possibly be, you know, maybe Father's Day, which is next weekend, that he makes an announcement. It could be right now. I don't know. But I heard he's leaning heavily USC. I heard it's pretty much USC. So let's see what happens. What about Wesley Kidd? Hey, he just took an official visit to Oregon over the weekend, I believe. We just need to win. Absolutely. We win and we good. USC is doing great. Let's see. USC doing great in recruiting. Yes, they are. You guys have to forgive me. I don't have my glasses on. USC, let's see. USC would be cool if they got every 5-star player. Absolutely. Hey, yeah, no doubt. Johnny, what's the word, big man? What's the word? Can anybody answer in the comments if he talked about, yeah, I talked about Booby Feaster, man. You got to go back. But Booby Feaster, it looks like he's leaning toward USC. I mentioned for you guys that came on late, Booby Feaster is good friends with Jakeem Stewart. Jakeem Stewart is from New Orleans, Louisiana. Booby Feaster is from New Orleans, Louisiana, even though he's at DeSoto, Texas right now. And so I think USC has a real chance to get a guy like Booby Feaster. Jakeem Stewart put an incredible text up that said, look, I'm one of the best recruiters around. So I think he was making reference to Booby Feaster. That's why. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, you guys got it. Booby Feaster trended. Forgot to mention, Jay, what do you think about USC and their latest commitment? I did a whole video about him. When we talked about him, you talking about Dyer. Do you think USC will take another DB besides Jet? Of course, we just got Dyer. Cornerback position looked to be, we are loaded at the cornerback position, man. I would say, man, we only need one. I would say Jet Washington would be the only guy that I would be looking for for USC to take. I think we are absolutely set. This last guy, Dyer, is a physical a cornerback that tracks that receiver, a cornerback that knows how to turn his hips and really move and groove and knows how to play that position. You can tell he's already developed and he's practiced on that craft big time. So yes, I think I would agree with you, Jet Washington, and I would say after that, I think we pretty much done. It's a done deal at the cornerback position. Allen, SC has 28 commits. They are in the perfect position to be picky for the rest of the class. I think one more offensive lineman and safety are the biggest. Yeah, the safety and offensive line. Yeah, I mean, because we kind of loaded that receiver. It looks like Booby Feaster is trending USC's way. So I would say I definitely agree. Would I say that we need another receiver? I would say absolutely not. I would say we don't necessarily need another running back. We got Sean Austin, of course, and we got Deshaun Rideau. So we got some big time players, man, that are already moving and grooving with USC in those skill positions. So I think I agree. Let's see here. Okay. So look, man, you guys hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think. I got all kind of text going on. People are texting me. Okay, let me get this straight real quick. Somebody just told me about this picture right here. Number 58. This was a tribute to Talanoa Ili's uncle. So salute to his uncle, number 58. And listen, man, this is history, man. USC has history, and Talanoa Ili, I just want to see him in his uniform, man. I really want to see him in his USC uniform. And I'm going to get to some of these questions real quick. We'll get to some of these questions. We got 728 people in the chat right now. Thank you, everybody, for tapping in. And I'm going to get out of here. Dalen Berryman and Bryce Perry, right, were supposed to be connected to Stewart, but are going elsewhere. But listen, once we got the big-time Demarion Whitfield from the state of Texas, and, of course, we got Tom, I think that kind of knocked Berryman out. I'm just being honest with you. I'm going to keep it real. Both of those guys, Tom is rated way higher than Berryman, as well as Demarion Whitfield. Both of those guys who are committed. So, look, I mean, you're not going to get everybody. We got 2 big-time top 100 defensive tackles right now, and it's really go time, man. I mean, what can we say? That's phenomenal. The good thing moving forward is all the deals are, yes, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. You taking my video away. Hey, I like that. Hey, we'll hey, yes, you're absolutely right. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Oscar, what's up, my man? How you doing, man? All the way from Hawaii, made at SC. What's the word? Elijah Murray. How Booby looking? We just talked about it. I don't know if you heard me or not, but it's looking good. Booby is trending USC way right now. We got 760 people in here, man. Shout out to everybody. Arrington and Lyons would be great, but they aren't necessarily with the current DB Corp and the 27 kid from Louisiana. Lock in our SC, move on. Wesley was, yeah, he was at Oregon this past weekend. Absolutely. My man, Phil. Phil is always on the case. Phil Parker, what is the word, man? Ryder is done. I don't know. We'll see. Ryder just doesn't want to sign. Had many opportunities. Many opportunities. Don't know why, but just doesn't. Just doesn't. Glad SC moved. I don't think USC absolutely moved on him though. That's what I'm saying. I think that he's still taking trips or doing whatever, and we'll see what happens. Well, I mean, either way we can't lose. We got an incredible quarterback, Jonas Williams. So big salute to him. Yeah. All right, man. So look, hey, man. Hey, shout out to my guy. He's an Oklahoma fan. Hey, look, bro. I saw your comment on Twitter. And hey, look, he's my guy, by the way. So you guys know I'm just talking, but he's my guy. But go link up with Hall of Fame college football. He's an Oklahoma fan. He's my guy. Go subscribe to him if you want any Oklahoma. I don't know why you would want any Oklahoma content. I don't want it, but if I get it, I'm going to him. And that's real talk. He's my guy. I've been on this show a couple of times. And he puts out decent content. But I did see your comment earlier talking about our recruiting class. It's because we got the $20 million budget. Listen, everybody, according to NIL right now, my guy, everybody has a budget with the revenue sharing of $20 million. That's number one. Number two, it's not all about the money with us. Don't forget, we got Isaiah Gibson last year. We had Hilton Stubbs, who was on my show last year. We had Justice Terry. Our coaches recruited their tails off last year and got these guys. And I'm glad I'm able to respond to you right now because this is too much to type on Twitter. Our coaches recruited their tails off last year, but you know what? We got swooped under with other guys, with other opportunities that they were seeking, more, whatever, allegedly, and that's why we weren't able to keep those guys. That didn't happen during the season. It had nothing to do with the season started because it was last April when we got those guys. We got all those guys on a big recruiting bash, crawfish bash. You guys remember that? And we ended up losing those guys. So that's what that was about. It had absolutely nothing to do with the money now. USC has a great coaching staff, the same coaching staff essentially, and we still moving and grooving. What's up, big dog? What's the word? It absolutely is just the beginning. On 3 is saying after getting DB from Georgia, they are out on Arrington. Okay, good. I didn't see that. I appreciate it. And Devon Benjamin, thank you for sharing that. I had no idea. Any other D line were going after. Yeah, Titan Davis, I know for sure, but that we were supposed to be going after. I got another one in my phone, man. I got another one. I got to pull it up. Yes, absolutely. Hit the like button. Let me get some of these questions. Why doesn't USC give 55 to Gentry? Hey, man. Hey, you know, yeah. I'm not even good. Hey, look. I don't know. They could give it to him. Gentry's he's our best player, but I don't know. I'm not even going. What's up, Jay? What's up, man? Perfect timing to watch you on my drive home. Absolutely, I appreciate you, man. There's a lot of questions. Touchdown USC. Ryder wants to visit BYU. Hey, let him visit. That's part of the process. Future natties will be Drake and Cardinal and Gold. Absolutely. Roy, what's the word? Anybody that doesn't know, Roy Benuelos, his son Michael Benuelos is a offensive lineman at USC right now, and I'm looking for Michael to break out, man. He's a big body. I saw a picture of him. Who was he with? He was with somebody, but he looks incredible. Had a good spring. So look, hey Roy, we looking for Michael to do some things, man. Hey, big shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. Just had to bust your check. Hey, I know, but I had to give it to you right, man. I had to give it to you right. USC is not just a buy in the class. This is a recruiting thing, man. But big shout out to you, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Hall of Fame podcast. The only let me take that back. What's Jay's podcast? I think he's locked on Oklahoma, and he has another podcast. But I was actually on his podcast. Your podcast and Jay, you guys are the only ones I will go on for Oklahoma. But shout out to both of you guys. Shout out to Jay if he's watching. Arthur, it's been a long time since we had this type of talent. Going to be a great year. I totally agree. Phil, the train is out of the station and the keys at, listen, Phil, we tried to tell everybody, look, all we had to do was get on par with everybody else. All we wanted to do was be even Steven. We wanted to be equal with everybody else and have equal opportunity. Now the playing field is equal. Now we have NIL up to par. Now we have revenue sharing up to par. And listen, it's nothing they can do about it, Phil. It's straight up go time. The train has left the station. There are some people that got left because they didn't believe. They had a lot to say. They had a lot to say about Lincoln Riley. They had a lot to say about everything that's going on. USC gonna never do it. But guess what? We're here now, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So big salute to you. Hey, big salute to my guy. Just messing with you, Jay. Hey, I already know, man. Like I said, you're the only Oklahoma channel I'm watching. So look, man, let me get this one. I go to other schools' podcasts just to see what they. Yeah, so make sure you go to Jay, man. Jay's my guy, man. I've been on this podcast a couple of times, and I had to get him and another guy straight, another Notre Dame guy that he had on there. I had to get him straight, but big shout out to him. Corey, we cooking. Absolutely, man. Shout out to my guy, Corey, man. USC will be 10-2. Oscar, I believe we are, man. What's up? What's up with you, family? So look, I'm out of here. We got 800. We have about 800 and some people, man. We just wanted to recap. Let me take a picture of this. We wanted to recap. We got about 800 people. This was a recap of the big recruiting weekend, man. We've been on here about an hour. Let me stay on 2 more minutes to make an hour. It's 58 minutes, a little less than 2 minutes. So look, let me read this comment real quick. There's a reason why they were zeros. Absolutely. There is a reason why they were zeros. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. We got 810 people in here, and I definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Look, we are out of here. You guys know I will continue to bring the information to you. Excuse me, I'm getting choked up. I will continue to bring the information to you daily. And any type of breaking news, Talanoa Ili, which we believe that he's leaning USC right now, big time. Whether it's Booby Feaster, for those who came in late, Talanoa Ili, Booby Feaster, all of these guys are absolutely leaning USC right now. And it's really go time. So, and we'll see what happens with Jay Washington as well. So look, you guys hit me in the comments, man. You guys tell me what you think. I'm out of here, man. Happy Sunday to everybody, man. I got 20 seconds to make an hour. I'm gonna stay on this 20 seconds. And we're gonna make an hour. But look, until later on, Is this Sean Thompson? My grandfather played for USC. It's starting to feel good to be a Trojan again. Hey, absolutely, man. Salute to your grandfather. I'm glad I stayed on here for Keith. Keith, what's the word? Hey, Keith, we're moving and grooving. I'm about to log off. I'm glad you came on. But look, we are absolutely moving and grooving. What can I say, man? USC is really trending right now with some more big-time guys. We got 28 guys committed right now, and USC could capitalize on this by getting linebacker Talanoa Ili, Booby Feaster, the wide receiver from DeSoto, Texas, Jet Washington from Bishop Gorman. USC can capitalize. So look, I'm out of here, Keith. I appreciate you, family. Oh, by the way, man, do I still got anybody looked at my if you guys go look at my YouTube shorts, shout out to Keith. I put a video up with Keith on there. Keith and Coach Eric Henderson giving me a big shout out. What was this, Keith? Was it Thursday? What day was that? But big shout out to Keith. Keith was on the field with Coach Henny, and big shout out to both of them. I got much love for Keith. For anybody that don't know, absolutely, fight on. For anybody that don't know, Keith was my first ever guest, alumni, former football player for USC. He was my first ever. And so I'm forever, Keith right here. I'm forever grateful to Keith Biggers, man. So big shout out to him. Go look at that YouTube short. Keith is on there with Coach Henny, and give me a shout out, man. Big shout out to Keith. I'm out of here, man. Until later on, listen, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.